Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Christopher Lin. Christopher founded Dealergram in July 2014 to help automotive dealers optimize the post-sales process to drive repeat referral business through social media. He believes car sales are about continuous networking and skill building. His focus is to help car dealerships generate more reviews, generate higher margin referrals, and improve customer service index. Christopher, great pleasure having you.
Thanks for having me.
Christopher, I'd like to know, what talent do you have that you believe is responsible for you being on this podcast today?
I would say my ability to reach out and connect with people is the reason I'm on here.
Who did you learn this from?
I've learned this basically from my clients. This is the first year that I joined a mastermind group, and it's from basically prospecting over the last year and a half with high net worth individuals, and most of them are in more than one mastermind group. So I figured I will try it and reach out to people professionally. I've done a great job of it normally, but never really professionally.
And why would you continue repeating this newfound talent or skill?
It's actually the best way to cure entrepreneurship loneliness, which I feel like is something that has plagued me over the years. I've just sort of been on a solo mission, but it's not a solo mission. So I'm going to continue honing this skill.
So what is one thing you've done consistently over the past 3 years?
One thing I've done, I've only done one thing consistently the last 3 years, and that's been I consistently say good morning and good night to my girlfriend, and that's when we plan our activities for the week together, is during our morning and evening routines, and that's the best relationship I've ever had. I think it's just because of that consistency. So that's been the most consistent thing of the last 5 years.
Interesting. And how do you feel about that?
I feel great. I mean, I'm one of those people that says relationships are the most important, and they actually are the most important in my life. I meet a lot of people who say that, but then it's obvious it's not the most important thing. But for me, I really do spend the time to work on my relationships every single day. I'm really proud of that.
Why would you suggest that someone else adopt such a habit?
That's a good question. I think that at the very end, you need to look and think, what does it look like when you've won? And I think that most people have already won. I think they miss it. They miss the fact that it's not that hard to a point where you can hang out with your friends and family. You don't need, a 7-figure bank account to do that. The happiest people in the world sometimes have nothing. So it really is important to look at and define what you think winning is. So I think a lot of people totally miss that.
My friend, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I remember the first time getting a soccer ball. I think that's probably my earliest memory. And I remember I went outside before my family had time, and I remember kicking it around my yard by myself before my family had time to come out and play with me. That's a really interesting first memory, but that's what I remember.
How old do you think you were?
Probably 3 or 4 years old.
And why do you think that memory is so clear?
Probably because there's pictures of me kicking that ball. So I think that I just associated that and remembered it, and it was fun. So that's that is interesting that my first memory is by myself, basically.
Yeah. So this section is where we do yes or no. So it's strictly yes or no.
Okay.
I'd like to know, have you chosen someone to teach your skills and or talent to?
No.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Your favorite song when you were 12 years old?
My favorite song when I was 12 years old. Everything to Everyone by Everclear.
Sweet. Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than part A, 3 hours a day, and part B, 3 hours a week?
3 hours a week.
Is there anything, Christopher, that you would like to share in closing?
No, I guess one thought, I like to think of things as continuous improvement, sort of the Kaizen philosophy, but I also added in high energy. So, which I just implemented a couple weeks ago, and I think that's really useful. So always think about adding value, reducing waste, and in doing so, add as much energy as you can into it. And I think that makes that process a lot easier. So I just like to share that because that's really helped me out.
Wonderful. Christopher, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.